Hi everybody. Welcome to Tuesday, September 28th. We're happy to be here. It's Cray. It's September. Hi Rhonda. I no longer think it's a good idea to read Heather Cox Richardson before we do the show. Janet Peterson, hi!
Janet. You home?
Steve.
Are you back home?
I think they're home. They had to get home.
Wow.
Hi Warren. Janet and Carrie, they almost died visiting us.
Oh my God.
They braved their lives to drive to New Hampshire and then drive back through a hurricane. Hi Barb Scott. Hi Ken Cowan. What were you going to say? Sorry.
Nothing. Just it wasn't driving here. It was driving back.
Driving back. Remember that flooding in New York City?
Yeah.
Janet Peterson and Carrie were there. It seems that I'm always getting up, 'cause I'm always falling, and my heart tires of beating late some nights. Hi Charlie. Hi Kathy. Heaven isn't hiding. It's in any love calling that we will find you. Nothing will blind you from our sight. Hi Mike. Brian. And I can walk into heaven. No one here to guide me. See this heart inside me does not know how. And I can walk into heaven. All of you beside me, walk into heaven right now. Hi Neil. Hi Stephen. Hi Kelly. I've carried my own bed through my failings and my triumphs, I think, and the nights I lie down far away from home. Oh, if I let go of the ledge in my ears, their fears are crying. You won't be flying, you'll be dying all alone. Hi Janet. Hi Retta. I can't walk into heaven. No one here to guide me. You see this heart inside me does not know how. I can walk into heaven. All of you beside me, walk into heaven right now. Hi Kathy. Hi Rich. Hi Keith Shaw. Hi Faith. So I will open my hand and only hold what rests there. I won't dig a deep hole to hold my ground. We shine in all of our hoping. This is a long dance of coping, bravely unsure of what we found. And I can walk into heaven. No one here to guide me. You see this heart inside me does not know how. I can walk into heaven. All of you beside me, walk into heaven right now. Bono's here, awesome. Walk into heaven right now. Oh, you too, I get it. Hi, Carol Fred. We're doing fine, Charlie, no worries. So it's another Tuesday, and we just keep going on. Susan Douglas, good thundery morning from Jerry and Susan. Oh, I bet it's
raining down there.
You
right?
really get some storms. Linda Johnson, I bet you're having some rain down there too. Everybody south of us has had rain. I bet it's on its way north.
Yeah, I was looking.
I'm seeing a lot of rain in
down
town.
there, and it was. Very
Yeah,
rainy.
Philadelphia says it's pouring. Acupunking says Raleigh. I'll have to check in now and listen
Hey,
later.
Raleigh.
So today I have to borrow one of Charlie's guitars. So you get to see his beautiful guitar. Daniel Bowling, who is in Austin right now, rehearsing with the Limelighters for Kerrville, as Neil just told us. Hi, David Gideon. Nice. I'm glad you're here. So Daniel Bowling bought the Callings that I sold. I told you guys about up here, and he emailed me that day. And so now I have one guitar, and it's buzzing. So I used it for the open tunings, but for the other rest, we're going to use Charlie's. So this is Charlie's beautiful Callings that he will not sell me, although I did ask this morning. I said, "Can I buy it from you? It's such a nice guitar." That's the problem with him. That's why he should not want me borrowing his guitars,
I'm happy
because
for
then I
you
want them to be
borrow
mine. You won't want it living in my office, though.
No,
You won't
no,
want that.
It's when I don't get to use it myself that becomes a little bit of an issue. I have to put it away every time it comes out of the case, that kind of thing.
Hi, Paul Belfay. So we're going back to Moab at the end of October. MC at the Moab Folk Festival, although we are not having camp, which makes me sad. Hi, Claude. Claude, you left your N95 mask here. Do you want us to mail it back to you? It's a really nice N95 mask. So anyway, listen, we're going back to Moab, and probably won't go see my house, but this is the house this is the song I wrote about when I was trying to be a landlord, and I moved out here. Well, I am your landlord. I thought I'd drop by to see what you've done to the house. You know, the coffee maker goes on the other side of the sink next to the toaster. You don't have a toaster. What's wrong with you? And I am your landlord. I have firm ideas how it's next to godliness, and this house isn't going to heaven with that bathroom. Let's just close the door. Hi, Kathy. I not just the two of you. I didn't know about your 15 friends who would come by to do their laundry every weekend. I am your landlord. Oh, tension with the tenants. I'm your landlord. Pay your rent with some repentance. I'm your landlord. Confrontation over the occupation of this house. God says he doesn't need his mask back. And I am your landlord. I think some things are right and some are wrong, and I don't think the kitchen is where the guest bed belongs. What's in the guest bedroom? Should we open that door? Siski's here. I can't see her. I know that you said that your sister, she is living out on the land. I think she and her dog are living in the driveway in that white camper van. I'm your landlord. Tension with the tenants. I'm your landlord. Pay your rent with some repentance. I'm your landlord. Confrontation over the occupation with your landlord. Do you ever roll your blinds? I'm your landlord. Oh, just one more time. I'm your landlord. Confrontation over the occupation of this house. Hi, Diane Lansing. Thank you. Siski's here and I can't see her. Thank you all for telling me. Hi, Siski. I can't see you, but I'm glad you're here. Oh. So those of you, so this song, I wanted to tell you this song, by the way, was based on the fact that I used to stand in, corners of bars for years in my 20s. That's how I learned how to be a musician, was to just play gigs in bars for 3 hours at night. And I worked out a version of Route 66, which we will not do, but it was all this. And when I was writing The Landlord, I pretty much just tried to write it to it. And I'm talking about that right now because I'm teaching this songwriting workshop, and Janet Simpson's there. Hi, Janet.
Hey, Janet.
And it's so fun to talk about songwriting again. So, Charlie, let's do the Song Factory. Diane, thanks for being here. What's we got? Rhonda Scott, so do I. Everybody likes the song. Well, thank you. And Kathy Hands, I will see you soon. I'm looking forward to seeing you in Moab. Hello, says Janet. She's waving. Yay. We're doing a show tonight. That's what I have to tell you. We're doing another show tonight. We'll look different. I will actually have put on some mascara. Have you tried wearing a sheet? Have you tried wearing a sheet?
A sheet? No, why would I want to?
I'm not sure. Have you tried wearing a sheet? I'm not sure what that's about. Rhonda, can you expound on that? Have you tried wearing a sheet? Have you tried wearing a sheet? I did once, younger, probably for Halloween. This song is something I wrote when I was going to teach at one of these various camps. She's talking to Siski. Have you tried wearing a sheet? Oh, thank you, Claude.
She's a ghost.
She's a ghost.
She's a ghost.
Oh.
There's all sorts of back talk going on.
Yeah, a lot of stuff happening. So one time when I was teaching, I wrote this song as I thought I was going to be really brave, and I was going to do this like extended poetry for my introduction at the camp that year, whichever camp it was, on my songwriting class. And this was the extended poem, and I realized, well, I don't have the courage to do that. So I made it into a song. Where are you playing tonight, Cozy, says Neil. Online. Thank you, Neil. I forgot to say that. We're playing online at a series that you can find on Facebook or YouTube or at their webpage called Songs My Mother Would Not Like, although my mom liked most of my songs. She didn't like the song about having PMS, but she was okay with the rest of them. So it's with me and Sloan Wainwright and Susan Catania and Kate McDonald, some of my most favorite songwriting women pals. I was told I could put together a show, and so those are the women I chose. It's going to be great. It's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. If you're not familiar with Susan Catania, Kate McDonald, or Sloan Wainwright, I recommend you show up. Just lasts an hour, I think. I'm hoping that we can have some chatting, because what I said to them, we had a little Zoom yesterday, I said to them, I just want to talk about being a woman, the age we are, having been doing it as long as we have, and how we're continuing, and what we think about things, and we had a great talk yesterday. Hi, Barry. Well, Kathy Marzek put up the link. Thank you, Kathy. Welcome to the Song Factory. You can write alone or with a friend. It doesn't have to be fancy or long. We are open-minded here about the concept of song. And the song you write at the Song Factory, it's a piece of life in its entirety, with a heart and an engine and an opinion that's clear. With every note it says, I am here. And every morning we will meet at the gate. We can be grouchy, we can be late, but mostly we'll hope they let us in the gate. The old lady's patience and grace. Me, I like rhyme sometimes too much. I think it reaches out like a friendly touch, like a hand on your back, like rolling downhill. Let gravity take you where it will. There's a sweet warm breath, a nice round wheel. We want it to think and we want it to feel. We're not gonna worry if it's in style. A romantic call on a rotary dial. It's a really nice guitar, Charlie. Charlie has a really nice guitar. The song you write, when your song is born at the Song Factory, it's young and unformed when it first comes to be. And you don't have to know, you just have to be here. 'Cause your chick will hatch and we will cheer. Welcome to the Song Factory. Nice, Charlie. Barry Kasendorf says he's pre-registered for the Zoom tonight. Yay.
Nice,
Leanie
Barry.
and David Engel say the show lasts 90 minutes or so. Time to talk. Yeah, I think so. We hope so. Boy, those gals, they are great to talk with. They have so much experience between them and so much compassion. We are in each other's loving hands. I love that. I said, let's make that our theme. Okay. This is Charlie's song that he loves to play at gigs. And we're going to do it today. We're going to do it Rise Out of the Water. Charlie helped me write this early on in our relationship when it was fractious, when we started trying to co-write. And now it's totally simple, no problems at all. But early on, it was fractious. Caption for the humor impaired. David Surratt taught me that. Caption for the humor impaired.
Is that for me?
Caption for the humor impaired. So when my relationship of many years broke up, I was trying to find a myth of a healthy divorce. And I wasn't able to find that. I was able to find a lot of Greek gods who, when they broke up, they killed each other. They stabbed each other with tritons. They threw each other off Olympus. Hi, Jeff. The nameplate is covering your right hand. I miss watching your great picking. Let's see. Okay. Here. Charlie's going to hate me, but here. Let's see. Jeff here.
That's whatever. Just do what you
I
need
know.
to
I
do.
can't make the nameplate change. Hold on, Jeff. Let us fix it. There you go. You just don't need the top of my head. So anyway, I was looking for a myth of the healthy divorce. I couldn't necessarily come up with one, but I decided that King Arthur and Queen Guinevere from long ago in England, you didn't hear about them killing each other. You just heard about Guinevere taking off with her next lover, and Arthur just seemed to carry on. Things got complicated and things got hard when someone pitched a tent in our backyard. The good went bad and the bad went good, and this did not end the way I thought it would. No one was wrong and no one was right. No one was sleeping too well at night. Up in the tower, the queen is crying. Someone has to say the kingdom is dying. Rise out of the water, I will believe in the cup of human kindness. There are reasons to leave. Thanks, Claude. See what comes over the castle wall. We try and we fail, we rise and we fall. Sometimes we find the kingdom renewed. Can you hear, Guinevere, what I am telling you? Rise out of the water, I will believe in the cup of human kindness. There are reasons to leave. The lady of the lake held a sword in her hand. She rose out of the water and said, if you do this right, you could go down in darkness or go down in light. And it is not explained, but it might be revealed. The kingdom falls and the kingdom is healed. Rise out of the water, I will believe in the cup of human kindness. There are reasons to leave. Just a little half chorus, we'll end it that way. Rise out of the water, I will believe. Awesome following me, Charlie. Good job. He had no idea I was going to do
No
that.
idea.
I think we practiced it once that way. So, Claude says that the show tonight will be on YouTube, rebroadcast on YouTube, which is good to know. So, Claude, I'm going to keep your mask. I really like it. Can you ask your roommate where he got him? I'll give it back to you when you return, although I might have used it in the interim, I should warn you. Fabulous ending, says Kathy. Thank you. Dearly love this one, Words and Music. It's a mini movie, says Kathy Gould. It is a mini movie. It is a mini movie. Charlie, let's play Don't Go in the Water. I was looking through songs. We'd rehearsed various things, and then this morning I said, let's play some old songs that... Oh, it's in the right tuning. Awesome. So we're going back to Moab, and this is another song I wrote for Moab back in the 90s. The uranium tailings pile that is currently being moved from Moab they'd not started to move it yet. It was a great blight upon the landscape, and we were trying to get this to, I think it's 20 million tons, maybe more than that, Kathy, maybe you can remind me, of uranium tailings moved off the curve of the Colorado River where they had so intelligently put it so that it could leach into the water. It's now a Superfund site, and it is being moved. But at the time, we were trying to get some press for it. They had a big rally for it, and I was still young enough to think that a folk song could change the... Well, they closed the mine in this town. It made uranium, and they left the tailings in a pile where the river bends. And now the Colorado curves in a poisonous smile. Don't go in the water down below the pile. risk. You're down below the bottom line of their cost analysis. It costs too much to clean, too much to move it. It's somebody's fault, but it costs too much to prove it, so we just cover it up. Hope it goes away in a while. In the water, down below the pile. Ski's definitely a friend, Barb. We just can't figure out why we can't see her. We're trying to work it out. So bottle your water, move where the air is clean. You might not be downwind, but we're all downstream in the grocery store, in the produce aisle, or in the water, down below the pile. They closed the mine in this town. It made uranium, and they left the tailings in a pile where the river bends. Now the Colorado curves in a poisonous smile. Don't go in the water, down below. Stephen Longo. Hi, Stephen.
Stephen.
Awesome guitar on this song, Down Below the Pile. By the way, Charlie, you got quite a nice comment on the good bass playing. Barb Scott says, Siski, are you following goals on this thread, and are you a friend, or are you her friend? She's definitely my friend here, Barb. Siski and I have been talking about this, so we can't figure out. I can see it afterwards. Hi, Chloe. Nice to see you. Wow, cool. Marjorie Sprouse. Hello, Marjorie. Nice to see you. Mark Wilson. I made it. Better late than never. I agree. I'm glad you're here, Mark. So Charlie, we have gotten to the place where we're going to do the weekend workshop.
So I'm just wondering, do you think that this version of Cozy the
Hi,
Performer,
Judy Eddy.
where in the middle of any kind of a song she can suddenly start talking to all you guys right in the middle of things, which I can find a little bit well, sometimes it throws me a little bit off my game, I must say, although I appreciate it. I think it's a wonderful thing, don't get me wrong, but I'm wondering if it's going to sneak into her live performance, so now suddenly she'll be fielding cat calls and calling out to people in the audience.
In the audience?
Yeah, right in the middle of a live
I don't think so. We did some live shows, and I discovered I went right back
She
to
went back to her
35 years of playing when people's names aren't over their head. Janet Peterson, we're going to expect it during the live concerts.
I think it was hilarious.
Hi, Marie. Nice to see you.
I was thinking about it anyway.
So this song has a little bit of a story with it, and we'll do it for the last tune. We're going to do a
Weekend workshop.
weekend workshop. So, many years ago, I went on a tour. Many years ago, actually in 2012, when I was learning how to be a single person, my agent calls me and she says, "Do you want to play at a nudist colony in Idaho on Labor Day weekend? They'll pay you $500 and you can keep your clothing on." And I was trying to fill my time, so I said, "Sure, I'll go to Idaho. I keep my clothing on." And my agent knew what she was getting me into because she had booked me at a clothing optional hot spring in Oregon years before, and I had utterly melted down. When they tried to pay me, I was like curled up in the back of my rental car in a fetal position because I just couldn't handle all the nakedness. I'm such a wasp. So anyway, my agent books me this gig in Idaho, Labor Day weekend at the nudist colony. And I fly to Spokane, Washington, where the nice the man who runs the nudist colony picks me up in his van. He has all his clothing on. And we drive into Idaho, and as we drive, he tells me his political theories on nudism, which I think are fine. And as we drive, I think I can handle this because the political theories are actually pretty awesome. But then we arrive at the nudist colony, and he drops me off at the dining hall, and it's dinner time, and there's a long line of naked people waiting for dinner that I'm now in. And for some reason, at this weekend, most of the inhabitants of the hot spring are men. So I'm standing in line with a lot of very tall, naked men who all carry a white towel, by the way. So when you sit down, you can sit in your towel. That's one of the hygiene rules. And so I'm in the line making assiduous eye contact with every human I can find so I don't have to look anywhere else. I get through dinner, and after dinner, I'm supposed to entertain them. And I'm supposed to play on this stage that's about this high, and it's covered with a black paisley carpet. And I start my performance. And somehow, for the third or fourth song, I break a string, and one of these bridge pins, these black bridge pins, if you can't see them, there's little black bridge pins here, goes flying off onto the black paisley carpet. And I don't have another bridge pin with me in Idaho. These are the only 6 I have. So I get down on the carpet on my hands and knees, and I start looking for my bridge pin so I can change my string. And having already been incredibly uncomfortable, I'm now really uncomfortable because halfway through my first set, everything is exploding. And the man who picked me up at the airport, who's now my MC, that nice man who's now naked, decides he wants to help me out. So he comes up on the stage and he stands at the microphone to entertain everybody while I crawl around at his feet trying to find the bridge pin. I have to say I'll probably never play again at a nudist colony. And I can't remember much about the show except I did get through it. And I think I called Charlie afterwards because we just met each other. We just started dating and I told him the whole story. Barb Scott says, Charlie, the audience will be texting back and forth without looking at the stage. You're right, Barb. That's so true. Oh, that's so true. Barbara Dean says, eye contact only, you sure? I really tried, Barb. So this is what I wrote long before that gig. I already had this song. I wrote it when I had to play at the Clothing Optional Hot Spring when I was on a tour with David Roth and Chuck Pyle, which they named Chuck and Dave Get Cozy. And we did this tour, and I think Barb will probably remember this tour. We probably went through California. And so we played at Brighton Bush. Brighton Bush burned down in the fires last fall. But when we showed up at Brighton Bush, a man named Lentil Bean met us at the gate and said he would help us park our cars. And I thought, this is already far beyond me, far behind me. So this is the song that happened. Let's hope you all still love me when I'm done with it. If I come to your weekend workshop, do I have to dance to a drum in a field? I spent 45 years learning to use my words to show how I feel. So don't put me with 25 strangers and then tell me to just let go. I've been in couples therapy. Show me something I don't already know. And when I read the brochure that they mailed me, it said transformative and fun. How could I guess that meant get undressed and then beat on this drum? You can't cure me with drumming or dancing. Many people have tried. I'm repressed, but I'm polite. I say thank you and good night. And if they ask if I like it, well, I've lied. There might have been drumming and dancing when they landed at Plymouth Rock. But I can guess from which side. It wasn't my tribe, my people. We stand still and we talk. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you. Mr. Bean's naked brother, says Warren Bendler. Lentil Bean, Mr. Bean. Oh, Mr. Bean. Oh, that guy. Oh, I remember that. Yeah. So, we don't have another song planned, Charlie, unless there's something you're done.
You talked about Charlie.
Oh, yeah, let's go out on that. Okay, let's go out on that.
You need to hand me the guitar.
Oh, I got to give you the guitar, though. That's right. We'll go out on one more. You can all sign off at 11 if you need to, because this will go a little long, but we'll do it. Honestly, people look better with clothes on. You know, Kathy, I certainly look better with my clothes on now. So tonight at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, for anybody who's interested, me and Sloan Wainwright, Susan Gatanio, and Kate McDonald, who plays her guitar upside down, is an awesome guitar player. You've got to watch Kate McDonald play guitar. She is really amazing. Are going to be on songs my mother would not like. I have to ask them where they came up with that title, because I know like Beth Wood played that series, and she made a point of saying, my mom likes my songs, and my mother was my biggest fan. I miss her dearly. I wrote this for Charlie. People named Dan, they take photos. Anyone named Tom fixes things with wood. Henrys have had trouble throughout history. All of the Davids, they're good. The only Gus that I've met, he was Catholic. He spoke in tongues, he was deeply liturgic. And all the Erics I've known have kept cats in their home, except one, he says he's allergic. But Charlie's a hard-working fellow. He's holding up the sky. If a Charlie loves you, he'll open an umbrella above you to keep you dry. And there's John with an H, and there's John without, and there's Jeffrey with a J. care about spelling what we know about a Joe. From the E, oh, but Charlie will drive from Denver to Boston if it's where you want your car to be. A Charlie's a dream, you want one on your team. My Charlies have been good to me. Sorry, I was born to a man named Charlie. For many years there was no other, until he walked me down the aisle and he said with a smile, from one Charlie to another, oh, he's loyal and true. He's gonna need you to help him find his keys. A Charlie's a dream, you want one on your team. My Charlies have been good to me. Thank you all for being here. Have a good week. We'll see you next Tuesday or tonight. Janet, nice to see you guys. Barbara Dean, Judy Abbey, Kathy Merzick, Warren Bendler. Exterminating was way down on their list. Diane Lansing, thank you, Charlie. Oh, there was another Charlie here today. Warren Bendler says, I don't know why. That story reminded me of a commune Warren and I tried out when we lived in California. There were ants crawling in the windowsill in the kitchen. I said, no, Warren, no way, and we left. I would have left too. Would have left too. Well, thank you all. We have a friend named Charlie, and he's a gem too. Yeah, Charlies are gems. And Davids are always good. I have yet to meet a David who wasn't good. So, and Dan's take photos. And Faith, your Dan takes photos. So, hi, Stephanie. Nice to see you. Thanks for being. E.T., hi, E.T. E.T., I hope you're going over and checking on Tim. He's not feeling well. I want you to go check on my brother, make sure he's okay. See you tonight, says Claude. Awesome. Thank you for everybody for being
Bye
here.
now.
We'll see you next week.
Thanks
Bye.
for coming.